Namaskar friends. In this video, we've come to the next important purpose of life. In the last video, we discussed that the first purpose of life is to enhance your own intelligence, Atmothan. And I also described the first step towards raising your intelligence, which is also a very formidable step. It's a very difficult step for anyone to take, but that is the first step towards raising your intelligence. There are several other steps towards raising your intelligence that we will come to later. Right now, I am going to describe the second important purpose of human life, and that is acquiring knowledge. Friends, till now, Gyan or knowledge has been considered to be only that much which is contained in ancient texts or scriptures. But, friends, knowledge is not limited to the scriptures only. Knowledge is also what you generate through your profession. Profession such as if you are a researcher, if you are a designer, if you are a creator, or whichever skill you might be having, whatever you generate something new through that skill, you use it in your profession, that is also knowledge. So knowledge comprises of the entire spectrum of the first it is the spiritual knowledge, and the second is the knowledge pertaining to your profession. So I will start with quoting from Srimad Bhagavad Gita again. In the first verse, I will like to tell you Shriyandra Vyayam Yadhagya Jagyan Yagya Parantapa Sarvam Karma Khilam Parth Jnane Parisamapyate. O Parantap, O Arjun, the yagna of knowledge is superior to yagna performed with materials. All karma ends into the yagna of knowledge. Friends, you must have noted that all ancient Indian sages who also wrote many scientific theses, they were sages first. So first they raised their level of intelligence and then they went about exploring the subjects of sciences. And this verse clearly says that yagna of knowledge is superior to yagna performed with materials, means the yagna in fire, not karma. So it is superior to yagna performed with materials. But this verse also says that all karma ends into the yagna of knowledge. That means all karma leads to generation of knowledge. So you can understand the importance of all the three at their levels. The yagna performed with materials into fire, the yagna of karma and yagna of knowledge. Ultimately, it is the knowledge that matters. The next verse says, यथैधांसि समिद्धो अग्निर्भस्म सात् कुरुते अर्जुन ज्ञानाग्नि सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा. O Arjun, just like a wood fire consumes all the fuels and turns them into ashes. Similarly, the fire of knowledge burns and turns into ashes all types of karma. You need to understand this, what it means to burn the karma. Normally, if you are performing any karma, you are bound to get the results. You are bounded by the results of that karma, whether it is pious karma or whether it is ominous karma. You are bound to get the results. But the fire of knowledge, if you gain the knowledge, that is so powerful that it will consume your karma. So you will not get the results of the karma once you acquire the knowledge. I hope you understand the importance of the knowledge. With this, we go to the next verse. Nahi jnanen sadasham pavitra mein vidyate tat swayam yog sansiddha kale natmani vindati. In this world, there is no other method to purify you other than the yoga of knowledge. By attaining greater knowledge, a person attains the supreme knowledge in his own self. Knowledge is one of the tools to purify yourself. Whether it is the knowledge from scriptures or whether it is the knowledge from your profession, it purifies you and your inner self. And as you move towards greater and greater and greater knowledge, you are bound to reach the supreme knowledge. That includes the knowledge of your own self also, the Atmagyan. Okay. Now we come to a very important verse which says, स्थूल सूक्ष्मादि भेदेन द्वे रूपे परमात्मना ज्ञान रूपम निराकारम निदानम तत्प्रचक्षते. Friends, we already know from the previous lectures that God Almighty has two forms, the physical and invisible forms. And these two are the characteristics forms of God Almighty. So Bhagavan Krishna says that the form of knowledge which is without form has been the cause of all existence. Now let me explain it. All the knowledge you generate gets stored in your soul. The soul has the entire knowledge of all your previous lives, and that soul is part of the Brahm. So all that knowledge is also part of the Brahm. So Brahm is having all the knowledge generated by all the people, all the souls in all of the previous lives. Brahm is the ultimate reservoir of knowledge. And we have also seen that Brahm is the cause of all existence. And that is what this verse is saying. So all that knowledge that has been generated has now become part of God Almighty. Are you able to understand? With this we go to the next verse. Shraddha va labhate jnanam tatpara sanyatendriya jnanam labdhva param shantim chirenadhi gacchati. A person who has controlled his senses, who uses the resources intelligently, such a devoted person is able to acquire knowledge. Friends, note this. If your intellect is being controlled by your senses, then you will not be able to generate the knowledge. It is only the person whose intellect controls the senses and who uses his resources with wisdom and intelligence. Such a person can acquire knowledge. And this verse also says that on gaining the knowledge, gets the supreme peace. So, with the gaining of the knowledge, slowly as you gain the knowledge, the peace will dawn upon you. You go to the last verse. Agyashta Shaddadhansh Sanchayatma Vinashyati Nayam Loko Asti Na Paro Na Sukham Sanchayatmana. A person without wisdom and who has many doubts in the mind, such a person without devotion is bound to fall or fail in life. You got to believe in scriptures and develop the wisdom and not to doubt each and everything. Okay, what is the proof of this? What is the proof of that? What is the You have to believe into the scriptures because they have been given to you by God Almighty Himself. And without any kind of doubt, you should accept what is written in the scriptures. If you do not do that, then you are bound to fail in life. It is certain. A person who remains doubtful in mind, for him, neither in this world nor in the worlds beyond this world, there will be any kind of happiness. You are without doubt believing into the scriptures. Then only you are going to get the happiness. Otherwise, happiness will remain away from you. So, in essence, in this video, we have discussed that gaining knowledge is important and the most important purpose of life. There are many more verses in many more scriptures which I can quote. But in essence, this is enough for you to understand the importance of the of gaining knowledge as purpose of life. Okay, so with this we go to the next lecture and we will start on the topic of intelligence.